So I was talking to Martin, a little kid's rock teacher from New York, on Facebook, and he was asking about an adaptive MIDI controller, something that kids that couldn't play traditional instruments through physical disabilities or whatever could play along with kids who are playing guitars and drums and all those other modern band instruments. So I have this piece of software called TB MIDI stuff, and it lets you create a virtual controller on the iPad. So you can make a knob or a slider or a pad or a keyboard or whatever, and you can assign that to any sort of MIDI function that you want. So you can slide the pitch up and down. You can make it play a particular note. You can make it play a chord or change the volume or change the instrument. Any sort of MIDI control that you want to do. So I'm going to show you how I can create a pad and then assign it some data, and then what you can do with it.
So now I'm going to show you how to make a pad and assign notes to it. So I've got some controllers here already, but I'm going to add a modern drum pad. And this is the basic screen, just kind of blank screen, and you add whatever controllers that you want to add. So I'm going to add this, I'm going to drag it, make it the same size as the other one, and now I'm going to assign some MIDI data to it. So I'm going to click add, I'm going to scroll down till I see MIDI message. And down at the bottom, when this menu comes up, you'll see note message. So I'm going to choose that one, and now I'm going to make that the note F, because I'm going to make an F chord. That's the 4 chord in the key of C. So I'm going to pick my F, and now when I touch that pad, it's going to play F, but I need to add the A and the C for the F chord. So I'd add an A, add another note. So here's the A coming up. And then I'm going to let me scroll, find the right A I want. And then I'm going to do the same process and add a C. So I'm going to pick note message again. This comes up. Pick my C, C3. Okay, and there I go. Okay, so then I've done that. I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to save it. Just overwrite it. Now when I touch this, you'll see it light up, and it'll play your F chord, your C chord, and then your F chord. So C and F. And I can actually change the pitch, so change the key just by moving that slider. So I haven't shown what key it changes it to, but basically every number is a half step. Okay, so here's GarageBand. We'll do a little picture-in-picture, and you can see as I touch the iPad, the pads that I created, and I created 4 more, that you can hear them playing. And if you look up at the status bar up there, you can see each chord that GarageBand recognizes it as the chord I'm playing. So I've got 1, 4, 5, minor 6 for my axis of awesome chords.
Okay, so there you go. So you can take any sort of control, a slider or knob or switch, and make it control any sort of MIDI function that you want. A note or a chord or, whatever. And you can even use the gyroscope controls, it says, on the iPad. So what you can do is you can shake or twist the iPad or tilt it, and that can also change MIDI functions. So that sounds like it could be pretty fun, even though I haven't played around with that yet. That's my next step. So I hope you found that interesting and possibly useful to you. So keep on rocking.